Okay, we're here now.
Yay!
I remember I had to.
Hi.
There we go. I manually muted everything last session because we had issues, and now I had to unmanually mute everybody, including myself. But yes, oh my god, Emi, that's 4 years.
Yep.
Thank you for the sub. Thank you so much.
4 years.
That's a long, long time. Wow. So we have our show. Yay! Welcome to Circus of the Broken Chain, everybody. This is our Extinction Curse Pathfinder 2 adventure, circus-based adventure. We have Hideki Chibi did the amazing overlay. Check out at bestokecc.com.au for bespoke character creations. Lorian Ross did the intro music. We're running on Roll20. We are Roll20 ambassadors. Roll20, your game, their table. And also the background audio and music is done by Syrinscape. They're not a sponsor, but syrinscape.com.au, also not the AU, just syrinscape.com, but they are an Australian company. And that's all.
I didn't actually know that.
Yeah. Yep. They are Australian, but they're Australian, but they've also got a spin-off American. Yeah, just like Level Up Dice were an Australian company, and they're also now in America. Because more role players, more money.
With the amount they charge for their dice, I can see that.
Yeah, that's scary stuff. Please sponsor us.
I like the shiny clicky clacks.
They're good dice.
I also like money, and I'm trying to buy a new car. So that's something that's going to be a segue. We have raised the experience point rewards for redemptions of experience points for viewing. That has been raised a bit. Because since we've had it lowered, we haven't been getting actual monetary donations for a very long time.
Gotcha.
So I've just had to push that up because we haven't actually had any income coming in to pay for overlays and artworks and stuff like that. And I'm looking for a new car, which of course $1 a time is not going to help, but for $1 you can help our players by giving them a hero point or a reroll. Max is out at 5. The little stars above them determines how much they have at the moment. Emi has 5 and everyone else has various assortments. It also gives them a hero card. Hero cards are amazing. They can do really weird stuff. I haven't got myself set up for them, but I will get that shortly while people are doing intros. So I'll leave it to our players to start with the intros while I get my cards.
All right.
Well, I'll go first. I'll go first because there always needs to be that one person to rip the band-aid off. I am MrLiveProducer. I am playing your current ringmaster of the Circus of the Broken Chain, but Jacob Blazing Fury, who is also a very, very small pug who hits things a lot with their big giant maul. So, yay! Hey, Lorian?
Hi, I'm Lorian Ross. I will be playing Azzy, the kobold kineticist. Because since the class the PDF was released with people who pre-ordered the book from the Paizo subscription, I got a hold of it. I instantly fell in love with the class, and Karsh was very gracious in letting me make that switch over, because it's like, imagine you're playing a fighter and the barbarian didn't exist, and you played like a very angry fighter, and then suddenly they release the barbarian, and it's just like, oh, it's perfect. That's me and the kineticist and Azzy. I'm so excited.
And as a GM, I've just given up arguing with Lorian.
And look, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I'm so excited. I'm so excited to not only play this class, but show everyone like what this class is all about.
So combat. Yes, let's do this.
Combat doesn't require as much setup as RP.
Next, anybody?
I don't know. I feel like we can RP for ages. On that note, hi everyone. I am Dell, and I will be playing Elizabeth Nova Daywalker, the Inevitable End, your human gunslinger. Gotta have one of those, right? They're a classic.
Who's next?
You talked.
Up.
Hi, I'm Emi Rabbit, but you guys can call me Emi, and I am playing Leafy, the Lushy Druid. And yes, today's rune is Inga's, which is the exact same rune as last week. I drew it again, so fertility, new beginnings, all that sort of stuff. I guess it's still the same chapter in our story, I guess. I don't know. So.
Yeah. Makes sense.
Yeah.
And it's Will's last, I think.
Yes, I am last. I assume because I'm the last in the order. Hey everyone, I am Will. I am alphabetically for sure. It's just the way my life has been going on. Always last. Anyways, yes. Hey everyone, I am currently playing Boyd, the Baneful. I hope that we have a lot of fun today. It's been like really cool to bring in some characters that are like not our other characters. But yeah. I'm just a witch. It is what it is.
What's your ancestry? Just out of curiosity.
I'm a human.
Okay.
Yeah, right.
I have no reason to disbelieve you.
Yes, exactly. I lie a lot, just to let everyone know. It's a carryover from Joe Gyre. So just, don't worry about it. But yeah, I'm very excited for today. It's going to be a lot of fun. Make sure to leave everything, all of your feedback, if it's positive, everything else. Boyd only responds to positive feedback. If you give him negative feedback, he just kind of ignores it. So it's kind of like one of those things.
We've noticed.
Yeah. So constructive criticism is actually not welcomed. I only accept positive feedback. So it is one of those things.
So Boyd's like a cat. You got to convince it to do something.
Exactly. But yeah, really excited for today.
You got to convince him that it was his idea all along.
Yeah, exactly. I'm giving you guys all the keys to the castle. You have to understand that Boyd owns that castle. That's the problem. So that's the issue. So,
Boyd doesn't own shit. He just thinks he does.
So
manifest your dynasty.
That's why he's after. Lyriel. Because Lyriel stole all the keys to the castle that Boyd owns.
That's why you want to
link.
All makes sense.
And that's why I had to sit through a slideshow presentation. Gotcha.
Wasn't my slideshow.
Have we pointed out it's session 50 yet?
No, we haven't.
Oh.
Happy birthday! Happy
Big
birthday.
50.
Technically, wouldn't birthday be 52? Because in theory, we do a session a week. I mean, it has been 2.5 years, but
We take holidays. 2 weeks is like a
sickness.
liberal period.
Yeah.
In sickness and in
Anyway,
death, we will
it's season
finish
3,
this
episode 3,
campaign.
303. Let's do this. We ended last week after a little bit of trouble heading from Carrick to Mattencleave. Mattencleave is a small little town. It's more of just a farming hub, so to speak. And I've got to get my prep stuff because I reloaded the game, didn't I? Of course. So Mattencleave is a small farming town. It's more of a hub. So the surrounding farmlands, the surrounding... well, let's face it, it is just surrounded farmlands. Holds about 2,000 residents. They bring their crops to town. The village has several storehouses. Looks like there's a rain ride in town to help fix the damaged cart, which took a bit of work to get back into town. But the trip's only 8 miles between Carrick and Mattencleave, so having such an adventurous happening in that 8 miles, oh my god, how random. There seems to be 2 blacksmiths as you enter town, and a rain ride. Sorry, I've always said that. And it looks like a tavern called Sea of Clover. What are you looking for in town? You also you also see like there's a mirror, like a town hall type building too.
So the entire point of us coming here, we're on our way to the Wellspring Tower, but we also wanted to have a look for a place for the circus to set up in Matt and Cleve. So I think that's kind of like the first. I think just kind of turn to everyone. So I think the first protocol would be we need to find out who's in charge, and sort of ask if we can like set up here. Try and get that all sorted out so that
We had a name. It was Mata Lienchari.
that's right.
And if we wanted to ask about the people dying too, to
Yes.
try and help that.
Did it go as far as this? I thought that was sort of in and around Carrick, but has
I
it gone
thought-
up this far as well?
I thought he said that he was the mortician for kind of all the area, and that they brought the bodies to him. So it could have been as far as here,
Yeah, no,
potentially.
that's a good idea. That's a very good idea.
As the GM, he also mentioned the first instance was from here as well.
Gotcha. Yeah, we should definitely ask that.
I like to find any temples I can take advantage of. I'm sorry. I like to find any temples.
There's no
Temples.
temples. Like the town
temples.
itself is really, like the town itself has just pretty much what I described. It's got some storehouses. Like there's more storehouses than anything else. A tavern, blacksmith, rainwright, like a couple blacksmiths, rainwright, and looks like a town hall. But that's about it. Like even the town hall is just a small little office
Yeah.
building, like a little building.
It's possible that if they have worshippers, there might be altars in the town hall
Or shrines or something.
or shrines.
should
I
be-
don't think that you're going to find any priests or anything, then, if that's what you're looking
mean, if-
for.
I mean, if there's shrines, if we're feeling hungry, we should like, just kind of like take the offerings and eat them. It's fine.
Or
if you're
we
like
can
a
get our
follower.
own food.
That's disrespectful.
Well, I'm eating it to, honor the god. It's fine. It's like, you find a shrine of Caden Callion and there's like 5 beers in front of it. Oh, there's 5 of us and we're all like followers. It's okay to drink all of that.
But that's Caden Callion. I'm sure Caden Callion would be very okay with that, but I don't know if every god would be.
Of like Abaddon is kind of like, if there's like a gold
if-
coin, there's like
like-
5 good coins. It's kind of like one
Like
of those
if you
things.
found you found a shrine to Calistria and took things from it, you would probably have a bad time. Just saying.
Which
Why
one's
you only
that
follow?
again?
Calistria was the elven lady. She was a cleric of Calistria.
Lydia?
Yeah. Or I don't.
What's she-
And then it's the goddess of revenge, but also bees, and I think
I think it was
like-
wasps.
wasps. I think there's I think lust was in there as well.
Wait, wasps
If I
or
recall-
lust?
Sorry, I just couldn't
didn't
resist my
realize.
new character not knowing.
Yeah, it's quite
Fashionable.
quite an intense deity.
Boom.
Well,
Welcome in, Magic Man. Thank you for the subscription. 10 months, that's awesome. Everybody except for Emi gets a hero point.
is that like a thing where like you just like, oh yeah, if you subscribe, I don't want this one person to actually get a hero point.
Oh, no,
So
it's
Emi's at
because
max.
Emmy has 5.
Yeah.
Yes. Emi has 5.
Okay.
We
It
don't
wasn't
go over
also
5.
Oh, okay.
Sorry, Emi,
Magic
it's
Man,
not
why do you
anything.
hate
It's
Emmy?
just,
Why do you not
yeah.
want Emmy to get a hero point?
Yeah, why can't I just have 6?
Yeah, so yeah, just be careful. Some gods are it's in their very it's in their very nature to be vengeful.
Fair. I mean, like, okay. So, I didn't want to ask this because religion is kind of one of those things where we kill each other for it. So it's like,
It depends on the god.
What god does everyone follow here? I just wanted to know.
Can I like do a perception on that? Like, I don't...
Sense motive, you mean?
Well, there isn't a sense motive. It's just perception. And sense motive is Starfinder.
Well,
yes, I would love...
the action is called.
Yeah. I would love to. I would love to insight the fuck out of that.
I absolutely think you should.
I don't really follow any particular gods.
There's no like leaf god or what is that?
I don't know why I rolled twice, but the first one was a 25.
25? You know that Boyd is kind of like a little bit not hesitant, but he just kind of feels that like you can tell he changes his demeanor depending on what kind of god you think you would. But also you realize that if you say anything at face value, he's gonna believe it. So whatever god you want to put down, it's perfectly fine. It just depends on whether you want to actually like, you know, connect with this individual at all in any sense at all.
I'm a worshipper of Uvuko. He's a draconic god of change, fertility, worshipped in sort of south in the Mwangi expanse. I say he was actually quite a shy god. Who's, you know, they say that if the priests who are trying to speak with him have to be careful not to say any bad or curse words, other they might frighten him off.
Do you have a symbol of this god, perhaps?
If
possible.
Do not, no.
You do not? Okay. What is the symbol in general? Do you know, like, if it's like a knife or like you know,
he's
a scale
he's
or
a
like
colossal draconic sort of sky serpent.
cloud? That sounds like right.
I'm gonna roll a religion check because.
Azzy's just like, I don't know shit. I just vibed with the dude.
Yeah, literally pretty much. Just like.
He is good vibes.
He's very good vibes. I got him. He's in the Mwangi Expanse book, and I'm just like, oh my god, this guy is like, he's the only god I would describe as adorable. Then he's a giant dragon. It's like a giant sky dragon. It's like too perfect.
He's a little guy.
He's a very big guy, but he's a very shy guy.
He's a little shy guy. He's a big guy with little guy energy.
I'm looking it up and I don't see a symbol, but he's like embrace change and the future, master adversity with flexibility, and foster freedom and progress for others.
Okay.
It's like that's his vibe.
You see a boy just pick up like looks to be like a piece of wood and is like, I'm gonna make a symbol for him just to make sure.
He's called the Diamond Ring.
Diamond. That sounds expensive. I will make sure to give you a ring that looks like a diamond ring.
That's true, actually.
Yeah, I'm gonna make sure to give you a ring that looks like a diamond ring. But I'll say this right now: that whatever religion that all of you believe in, I will give respect, and I will make sure that I do not disrespect them. So. Sorry, what was the name of your god again? I totally forgot.
I appreciate that.
I totally forgot.
Uvuko.
Uvuko. Okay.
I will
diamond
type
ring
it in chat.
Yeah. Diamond ring. I'll get you that later. Don't worry about it. I'll just make sure. And he starts like picking up a piece of rock and just kind of just starts like carving it a little bit. And he's just like, "How about you two? Any gods you believe in that you care about that you do not want me to disrespect or dishonor?" In case they strike me down, or is that just a thing like that just other gods believe in, or?
I don't really know anything about gods.
Okay. How about you, dog?
Boyd.
Sorry. That's rude.
Puppy. Hey, good boy. How do you like a god? How do you like gods? You believe in religion?
You are currently surrounded by Shunies.
Does not enter his mind at all.
You are well aware of this gentleman's name. I encourage you to use it.
Okay, Jack, I'm so sorry for disrespecting your name, but just understand that I'm trying to actually understand who you are. So we actually, like in combat or like, you know, in general, if we have to save each other's lives, that I don't have to pay a bonus. So like, understand this. Is that, like, I'm trying to figure out exactly, you know, what you feel is.
As they're talking, I just turn to Leafy and just like, I'm just gonna call him Boyle until he learns our names properly.
Jack, I believe you believed in Caden Callion, yes?
Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I do. Sorry.
Oh,
it's been a long walk.
Oh, okay. Oh, of course. I already have one of those, and he just kind of takes out his keyring and just kind of pulls over. You notice that there's a few religious symbols in this keyring, and just kind of
Is
just
it like a Rolodex?
shuffles over. It's a Rolodex, basically. Yeah, so he just kind of shuffles through them, and he's like, "Oh, here we go, perfect." Caden Callion, and he just kind of like puts out like a little mug, and it's very shoddily made, and he just kind of says, "I respect Caden Callion. I respect that he drinks. Of course, I'm not of age, but I respect the relaxedness that he has. So, you know, freedom and whatnot, and drinking and whatnot, and also, you know, just like whatnot. Yeah."
Well
I
said.
respect him.
Oh, well, shall we... First off, are the pugs
I
like...
summon for the finest of the temples.
I was touched.
Anyways,
The pugs have already left.
Finish.
So you're not surrounded by the
They've gone,
shoonies.
Okay.
The shoonies are safe. I'm happy.
You're in town, the shoonies are safe. I was just describing the town itself.
Okay, cool.
And Matt and Cleve, we were trying to continue forward to Fernie, or are we trying to recruit more people to actually like help us save your lifelong friends, soulmates, whatever?
So
Well,
We've been over that first of all.
I'm just clarifying.
Yeah, while we're here, we're finding a place to set up the circus so that when they come in, there's a place for them. We're going to ask a few questions around about these weird deaths, and then we're going to make our way onto Fernie. Unless there's anything else people want to do. Or if we're surprised by something, you know.
I feel like we're always surprised by something.
Yeah, that's kind of why I've started to expect it, so...
So if you expect being surprised, you actually get surprised, or just validation of your
I
surpriseness?
don't know, I guess I guess I'll have to find out.
I think you're probably surprised by what it is that surprised you. You're just not surprised that you got surprised.
You know,
That's surprising.
I had this exact same conversation with Makaro, and he called it anxiety. I didn't know what to make of that.
Oh, Jake will probably start walking towards the town hall at the end of that convo. Would anyone else come with me?
Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go to the town hall.
Yeah.
I like to follow Jake, but also increase my pace so that I'm in front of him.
Follow him, but... Okay.
See where he's going and then go ahead of him is what you're saying, essentially.
Okay. So, we'll make our way to the town hall.
So I'm just trying to fix out the hero card situation. I'm struggling to do it, but then again, there's other stuff going on for that. You head to the town hall. The town hall is just a tiny, like a small little building. And the front door says that it's currently closed. Out harvesting.
Oh.
And it's signed Marta.
Oh.
Ah, wow. Well, do we wait here, or do we try and... If she's out harvesting, sounds like she's probably busy, so...
Harvesting
least
can
12
take all
hours.
day.
Yeah. Like a 12-hour
Maybe
task.
check the pub. Check the alehouse.
And we're live, but we're still slowly coming in. There we go, we're here.
Yeah.
Hello.
So,
We're
sorry about that.
live.
A little bit of a tech issue. We're trying to figure it out, but we're here, we're live, we're back. We're in Matt and Cleve. Boyd is following from the lead into the the office, also to the town hall, and only to find out that hey, it's closed at the moment.
No.
For harvesting. So I think you're going to
The
the Green Clover, was it?
Field of Clover or something?
Going to the tavern to look for rumors.
Yeah.
But I had to reset everything so nothing was opened up. So let's go back to here. You don't want that one. That's not yet. Don't want that one. That's scary. Okay, Sea of Clover.
What's scary about Clover?
Some of the other things in the area is what I'm saying. So it's Sea of Clover. You enter the Sea of Clover. It's a small little tavern. It's a bigger tavern than you expected. In pretty much an empty-ish town. There's a few people there. Most of them are just like having breakfast. Like, I think it was lunchtime by the time you arrived. Just having lunch in from the fields. But they look to be more people passing through town. But there's also some locals here and there. It's hard to see like who's passing through or not. I know I described that really badly because they all look like farmers in this area anyway. But it's quiet. There's no music going on. It's just a quiet place. That was a really bad description. So you get yourself a table, I'm assuming, or you get yourself.
Yeah.
What are we doing here?
Oh, we're getting the table first.
Yeah, for
I like
sure.
to offer
Just
rounds to everyone in the table. Everyone in the bar offer. If there's less than 10 people, I like to offer rounds.
There's
to
less
everyone
than
in the
10
bar.
people. And there's
Including
lunch.
us.
Including you,
us.
there's probably less than 10 people, apart from the staff.
Completely perfect then. Everyone gets around. I'm trying to figure out exactly what we should do here. What fun things. If we can. Yeah, you come over here. He just kind of points to some random person sitting at the bar.
as he just pokes up from behind him and just mouths, "Sorry."
There's not really people sitting at the bar, but there's other tables with people just having lunch more than anything.
Yeah.
So there's not really people at the bar. That's why there's only like 10 people, including yourself.
I'd like to take a single person hostage if possible.
Leafy's gonna disappear behind Jake in embarrassment.
Good with that. So a local, it seems, or a farmer, you take it like you just grab them by the arm, or
Preferably if like they're on a date with like their hometown honey. I'd like to take the person away and just be like, hey, come over here, and just kind of just like lead them by the arm and take them to our table instead.
Are they resisting at all?
they're confused. Like, what's going on? Like, who are you?
Don't worry, it's fine. I put 2 gold on the table for their sweetheart on the table. Like, don't worry, I'm just gonna take a bit of their time. I'm just gonna just gonna take away.
I just go back up to him and just say, "I'm so sorry." And I put another 2 gold. I'll try and get him back, but we cannot control this guy. But
So I'm bringing this farmer over to our table. So we have our sitting 5 and then just like a table. So like I hope that the 5 of us sitting like in a booth area and this one person's in a chair by themselves, just sitting in a chair like where they are. Just kind of just bring them over and just kind of sit them down and just be like, all right, sir. And it's kind of my hands like right behind them so they can't escape. Thank you so much for joining us of your own volition. I appreciate it a lot. So, I'd like to say that we have enjoyed your nice little town of Mountain Cleave, and we have some questions if you'd like to answer them.
Do they have a choice?
Obviously, you would like to answer them, if possible.
Who are you?
Oh, we're the Circus. That's who we are.
No. This is Boyd. I'm so sorry.
I'm Boyd.
Is this I didn't see a circus in town.
No, we've heard that there might be one coming in We didn't mean to drag you away from what you were doing.
This is an interrogation.
It's not. It's not.
You have no
Please,
choice.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Boyd?
You can return.
Shush.
You can return to. I'm sorry for this.
It's worked
We
before. I
can
don't
ask-
understand why it's not working now.
We could just
Okay.
ask the bartender, okay? What we need to know, the bartender will know much more than the people coming and going. And unlike these fine folk, he's at work.
He's talking to like a girl that's much younger than him. I don't understand. Is that like his daughter, or is that like someone he's trying to talk to?
Yes.
Or-
My Wade.
Elizabeth, damage control.
Lizzie will sort of stand up. She was kind of letting things happen, and then we'll step in now.
Boyd, let the nice man go.
Can we ask one question or like
Let
four
them-
questions? I put 2 gold on the table, and I saw our friend Azzy put like 2 more gold. We have 4
Boy.
questions to ask. 4 questions. 4 questions.
You're gonna come with me if you do not let the nice man go.
Here's the thing. You lead with asking, can we ask you some questions? That must always be the first question is, can we ask you some questions? And if they say no, then we leave them alone.
And if you're trying to kidnap me, then
No one's trying
violence
to
is going to
kidnap you, sir.
ensue.
He might be trying to kidnap you, but we are trying to make that not happen. You can go, sir. I'm so sorry.
Hypothetically,
Okay,
if we
maybe
do
less
kidnap you,
violence.
how
But
mu-
someone needs a spanking.
I
There's no
just
violence.
grab Boyd's ear
Ah!
and I start dragging him to a different table.
Hypothetically, if we did kidnap you, how much would the ransom be? Ow! Lizzie,
I am going to
Liz,
push
please.
him into another chair at a different table. And then I'm going to take out a piece of paper. I'm going to write 3 things on it. I'm going to give him a quill. And I'm going to say, you are going to write these 3 things 20 times while we go over there and ask some nice people some questions. And the 3 things are Jake, Azzy, and Leafy. Give me Siler.
No, Siler doesn't want to go. Siler just wants to.
No,
like,
you're
just
going to give
hang
me
out with
Siler because Siler isn't
Siler
going to do
would-
it for you.
Siler just wants to hang out and like talk about like life and like how like you know
Boyd.
like things really hard for him. Siler just wants. You see Siler just pop off his shoulder and just be like, nah.
I'll just pick up Siler and put him on my shoulder.
Yeah, I will grab as I escort this gentleman back to his companion. I'll just like pick up 2 empty glasses, and they will just fill with water spontaneously. Sorry for your troubles.
It's like, okay, just that boy needs a spanking. That boy needs hard labor.
But I've been on that. I've been stuck on a boat for 2 weeks with him. I know.
I do give Lizzie 2 questions though. I
But
had
the
her piece of
railings were
paper
too
with, like,
tall. You couldn't push him off.
You know, the thought hadn't crossed my mind. But I commend your
He's
incredibly
young, he'll
active
float.
imagination. Anyway, it's yeah. I'll leave you to it. I'm so sorry for the intrusion. And then I'll just sort of
The
turn around and
the man's wife is like pushing across like the 4 coins that were put on the table. Is like, what's going on? What was all that? As you walk off.
and I will approach the bartender.
So that's one table of 2 people. There's a table of 3 people if you want to accost them.
I think
Otherwise,
we should go to
you can push
I
them
think
out.
we should go to the bartender first because
Bartender's probably the best idea.
The star.
you don't walk into a bar and then turn and go to a table of strangers. You go to the bar first at the very least.
Yeah.
You gotta check in, make sure everything's got the right food you want, make sure
As
you
of-
got the drinks.
Like, as a former bartender, if someone had pulled that shit where I was working, they would not be there for long.
there's a middle-aged woman at the bar. I'm just waiting patiently and watching everything going on.
Do you have any taller stools? I'm sort of, my head doesn't come above the bar level. This one.
Yes, we've got. She points you to where this they have stools to accompany people for different sizes.
Okay.
Yeah.
They explain we have a lot of shoonies and else around here. So
even so, but even so, I'm short. I'm like 2'6", so. So okay. Hi, we're wandering in from around town. We've come from we've just come from Carrick, and I wanted to ask around about there's been some strange. We were just talking to, and out of character, I've completely forgotten his name. The mortician. Oh god.
Upper Vandy.
Yeah, we've been talking with. We just come from Upper Vandy's. We're the sort of like, you could call us like an investigator.
You haven't had a death in the family, have you?
No, thank goodness. But we wanted to ask around about that sort of stuff. Has there been any incidences of people like dying in their sleep in strange ways? Like having nightmares as well. Any talk of nightmares in the town?
Okay, I'm going to just ask you to, like, are you asking specifics or are you asking for just rumors?
Rumors, yeah, like gossip. What's...
Well, can I get a diplomacy, please?
Yeah, sure thing.
It depends. It's kind of like you're asking specifically something, but you might get something else, and you might get more information.
I don't remember what your diplomacy was.
Well, it's lower now because I've
yeah.
Because you're no longer charismatic
I'm no
caster.
longer charisma caster, no. But it's still pretty good. Oh, not with a natural 2, though. It's not.
Still beats me. Although
you hear, like they say, I don't know about like people like having nightmares. But we heard that there's a gang of young ruffians that are trying to sneak around at night and cause trouble.
That's not resulted in any deaths, though, has it?
No. They're just terrorizing people, and I wouldn't say terrorizing people, but just like disturbing people's sleep and just like someone broke in here recently and took some of our drinks.
Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that.
And we think the kids got into it, and so they're acting up at night.
Well, in that case, definitely. I should go and ask. I know at this point, Jake is Jake a beer drinker? I presume if he's a follower of Cade and Callie,
yeah,
that he does.
Jake does drink the occasional beer.
Sorry, Elizabeth, I forgot to ask, what's your drink of choice?
Oh, that's all right. I don't need anything.
You sure?
And she's just kind of coming back over, set her purse down after she told Boyd off and gets up to the bar. In that case,
can we have one beer and 2 glasses of... Do you have any, like, apple juice?
We've got some in from... So I'm trying to think where am I looking for on the map? Oh, that's the place I deleted off the map. I can't remember the name of the place because I deleted off the bloody map.
If you don't have any, then water will be fine.
Actually, do you have any
for my
milk?
verdant companion?
Casterly. We got some in from Castin Lee is the place I deleted off the map, which I didn't get fixed up.
Okay. Yeah. So glass of water, glass of apple juice, pint of ale, and you said you wanted a glass of milk.
For Boyd.
Yeah, sure. And nothing for yourself?
No, I'm all right.
Okay, yeah. Just a round of drinks. I'm basically just buying a round of drinks. I'm trying to ingratiate myself to this bartender because...
Boyd.
A little bit.
Is Leafy getting her appy juice?
Yeah.
I mean, what else would Leafy drink?
Water.
Yeah, I would imagine like... Does
The
Leafy
souls
want
of
apple
her
juice?
enemies.
Yeah, make it 2 apple juices.
Okay. And she gets what's needed and takes a little bit of... would you like some food for lunch as well?
Ooh. That's... I'll bring the drinks and I'll ask my party. But do you have a menu I can take with it?
She points to a sign of where
Perfect.
there's essentially what's on offer at the moment.
Perfect. I'll ask. Thank you.
And
then
it's
just- I'll go
very
around and just-
wholesome country style foods and just simple foods. A lot of local produce, so to speak.
So here we go. Here's a drink for everyone. And yeah, I'll just kind of like settle in for a meal and just like, kind of like just take it easy rather than like, and then like maybe like do a bit of questioning later once we've, you know,
Recovered.
had a bit of recovered and expressed a bit of patronage as well. So we're like, also we can see who comes in. Like maybe there's some characters might enter the bar.
Yeah.
Or maybe, you know.
More people do enter. Like it's like it does accumulate people. You get like it doubles in number to maybe like 20 odd people while you're having lunch, maybe even 25.
Half the town's here.
Yeah.
The town technically has 2,000 people,
Oh, so it's a fairly big town.
but the town itself is the farmlands,
Yeah.
like the hundreds of farms in the area.
yeah.
But the town proper is like very small, as in
yeah, so
it just, yeah,
it services a lot of farmsteads.
pretty much that's it.
Yeah. So just so I'm not like talking to every single person individually, can I like do just a general check to like ask
Can I-
around?
Can I also, with my harmlessly cute,
Well, I'll give you this. You can both do a check. I'll give you an offering of, would you like Swordlands? Or would you like one person do Swordlands rumors and one person do Matt and Clave rumors?
yeah.
Yeah, that sounds alright. We should.
Because
I'll
there's
do
there's
I'll do
Swordlands
Swordlands.
rumors, which is
I'll
more
do Matt and Clave. So
okay.
if you have bonuses, then that probably seems more important to get a general area.
Yeah,
So-
I don't have a lot of stuff in diplomacy though, but you know,
We're non-diplomatic anymore.
Oh no, I'm with diplomacy. I'm just waiting on my table.
You're just the one not doing this.
Yeah.
I love
Oh my
non-optimized
God.
play.
Rolling awfully.
hang on, my
Oh my god!
We can't catch a break, can we?
No, you can re-roll.
And I'm not re-rolling that. If Boyd's tactic ends up being like the most mechanically, like the best one, then I'm going to be very mad.
Em, would you like to re-roll?
no.
You got 5.
Think of it this way: if someone donates and gives you another one, it's no back.
Okay, I'll reroll. So just diplomacy.
Rerolls a 1.
Don't
Isn't
curse
always
us
us.
like that.
Hey, same thing.
Same thing. Okay. That's not a hard... Well, it's a hard check if you've only got 1 in diplomacy. I was expecting people to have a lot more than 1 in diplomacy doing these checks.
Yeah, I've got a little bit.
But...
Leafy's
Okay.
diplomatic.
and you were doing local rumors, weren't you?
I was doing local rumors, yeah.
I was
You're doing
doing
local... You're doing... Okay. So, local rumors. I'm not going to give you another one because you just outright failed. But for Swordlands rumors, I'll give you something. Let's see.
I was the Swordlands though.
You're the Swordlands, yes.
Okay.
The company that owns Tarpon Row from Absalon has been looking to buy up the surrounding lands of Matt and Cleve, and they're behind the current blight of Matt and Cleve.
Okay,
Current blight.
I'm going to.
All the area has been less successful with its harvests lately.
Accidentally creating that.
Sounds familiar.
I'm going to create an Act 3 or Book 3 section of the journal and to start making notes in. 3 rumors.
While this is going on, Jake will eventually make his way up to the bartender. Okay.
What can I do for you?
Well, first off, I'd like to apologise for the shorter member of the party. I do apologise. But yeah, we actually...
Shorter when he's the second tallest.
Is that to Azzy? That's not to Boyd, right? Boyd only accosted like a patron. You didn't say
the young boy?
You apologise
Yeah.
on my behalf?
No, apologising on the boys' behalf.
Yeah, that young boy. That's
Yeah, we're working on him. He's a pet project. But yeah, anyway. Sorry, I didn't introduce myself. My name is Jake. I am the ringmaster of the Circus of the Broken Chain, who's going to be touring around this area in a little bit. They're just on the boat coming through. Is there anything that we
we're
should?
having a circus come to town?
Yeah. What's the name of the guy? Eric?
Opera Vandy.
Upper Vandy just let us know that this area needs a bit of cheering up with everything that is going on.
I mean, it's been bad of late. It surely has.
So we're going to hopefully bring a circus through and bring a bit of cheer to everyone. But we're going to probably go to Fernie and work our way down. Is there anything that we should know about this specific to Matt and Cleve and Fernie?
Would you like to do a diplomacy check, please?
Yes, I would. For a 24.
Okay. You're looking at just specifically Matt and Cleve.
This specific Matt and Cleve is probably the best one, and anything else that we might need to know about it.
Okay, let's roll some dice. Okay. So, something. Matt and Cleve used to be one of the richest farming areas in the Great. Matt and Cleve has been one of the richest farming areas in the Grange for as long as anyone can remember. But that's all changing the last year or so.
Oh, that's a shame to hear. Any idea why?
A blight's been spreading through the farms it started around the farms in the southern eastern side.
Is that where that old tower used to be? I think it was the Wellspring Tower? Or was that a bit further lower than that?
Would you like to do another diplomacy?
You know what? I'm feeling dangerous. Yes, we'll do another diplomacy.
Okay. I will, because you're asking specifically, I'm not going to even roll randomly because there's a specific thing here. There's a tower. Yeah, that's right. There's a tower. There's a tower. It's called the Wellspring because the sweet water spring bubbles up from its base. Though it's all dried up at the moment.
Okay. Well, interesting to know. It's a shame that this is all happening around here. Well, we need to speak to the town's mayor as well.
Martha, yeah. Martha's...
Yeah, so we'll probably go and speak to them when I think they get back from harvesting. And we'll do some more introductions with them. But just to let you know, we are going to be coming through. And is
If
there
you
anything
need to
that we
speak to
can do?
Martha, I can direct you to a farm. It's not too far out.
Oh, if that would be great. Is it heading towards Fernie or is it more towards the tower? We eventually want to go to Fernie, check with them, and then we'll make our way to Wellspring.
It's not too far out. It's actually... It's not too far out. It's a little bit south of the Carrow Farm. Oh, sorry, a little bit north of the Carrow Farm.
Oh, well, and I'm going to absolutely hate like sounding like an out-of-towner, but we are out-of-towners, although I did grow up in a town a little bit further to the west, Shuni. But it's good to see lots more Shunis. I miss my people sometimes. But could we get a map of where everything is around the town, or is it just directions?
Well, there's a few. There's paths and there's roads.
Okay, cool. As long as we can get some directions to where we need to go, we should be good.
Yeah. Give you directions to where Martha's farm is. But on like when giving directions, one of the forks which leads off.
Yep.
She talks she mentions the Carrow, like the old Carrow farm.
Yep.
Like, don't go that way. That's the old Carrow farm. This is the direction you go.
Oh, why don't go to the old Carrow farm? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, that's not where you're looking for. But Carrow was just an old grumpy bastard who died, last year? Yeah. So much so, no one really the mayor hasn't even he doesn't have children, no family, so to speak. No one really liked the guy. He was let's just say the guy was a bastard. The guy was just a complete grumpy prick.
Out of game question, were we told the name of the first person who died?
Yeah, you were.
Was it the same name?
Yeah.
Carrow.
Yeah. So much so that his estate's now, what's it called? It's derelict, but no, it's because he's got no family. It's like it had
run down, gone to seed.
No. It's like
public property now.
It's not public property. It's part of the town. Like the town hasn't resold it.
Oh, okay.
There's a word for it. I can't remember.
Auctioned.
Yeah, it's like that was about 14 months ago now that he died.
Anything strange about his death?
One of the local kids was delivering some groceries to him and found him.
Okay, well, that's good to know. Thank you.
Asked what was anything strange about his death. He was an old bastard, so probably just died of old age.
Where was this place so we know where to avoid it?
We've already got directions.
Yeah, well, you got directions essentially to it.
Yeah. All right. Thank you very much for.
That's if you want to investigate it.
Yes. Oh, which we will, because we can put two and two together. However, is Azzy with me now, or is Azzy still at the table?
I think Azzy would probably gone back to the table.
Okay.
But Emi, what was the rumor you picked up about the sword? The sword coast? Not the sword coast. What's it called?
So
The sword lands.
the company behind Turpinrow, I think it was, is looking to buy land around Matt and Cleve.
Looking to buy Matt and Cleve, essentially.
Oh, buy Matt and Cleve, yeah.
What's
And-
Turpinrow?
It's another
Turpinrow
town.
is the company town in the bottom right hand corner of the screen. The company town. And also, rumors are they might be also behind the Blight.
Oh.
Isn't that what you said earlier, Karsh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, cool. I was listening.
Yeah.
Yep. I wrote it down.
Ooh, fancy.
I'm copying it down in like the
Anyway, what's
journal.
Boyd up to? So, bad time for asking that question, but what's Boyd up to?
Oh no. Boyd is currently writing a lot of names. All of them
Correctly?
misspelled, of course.
Okay.
No, of course not. He's actually drawing pictures. He understands that in general. Lizzie kind of accepts not just words, but also abstracts pictures and paintings. So he's been kind of just like drawing pictures and just kind of writing his few things. But also, he's planning his next move. Although Siler has been taken away from him and Siler have this really deep connection in which they kind of like communicate. And he's been kind of just listening in to all the information that they've like been, absorbing from other people and folks. And yeah, he's just kind of writing right now. But after some downtime, he is going to get up. He's going to walk over to the person that he accosted before. And he's going to ask them, "Hi, sir. How are you? How are things going? Quick question.
So you come back for paddling.
I come back for a new friend. I'd like to ask, do you know anyone that has anything to do with the Wellspring Tower nearby? Has there been any like weird sightings? Has anyone gone missing? Has there been any murders recently? I can make corpses talk for a price."
The guy stands up and starts taking off his glove. So paddling it is, and he announces it loud enough for your friends to hear.
Oh, no, Boyd, I'm so sorry, sir. I'm so sorry. That won't be necessary. We'll make sure that he gets
Paddling.
a paddling when we get back to our lodgings. Boyd, come.
I'm just asking questions. If he's gonna give me a paddling, if he's gonna give anyone a paddling for that, that's on him. That's the problem. Sir, I'd like to ask one more question if possible. Man Cleve is such a like, the town is so small and so like, what do you do for a job here? How's the economy? Would you like to actually work for me? I'm looking for an enforcer if possible, if you'd like. It'd be very nice to actually have someone that has some,
I wait.
Yeah,
Strength.
spank. He just
I'm just
spanks
gonna
you.
be like, Liz.
Muted.
Muted.
Sorry, my cat was being a little rambunctious, so Elizabeth was kind of just standing behind Jake and listening in, but had immediately swiveled and was monitoring as soon as she just heard Boyd's voice, knowing that trouble was about to ensue, as it always does, and rushed over when this gentleman threatened violence against him, and we'll just grab Boyd's wrists and kind of drag him away.
If he spanks me again, can you please shoot him, Lizzie? I'd really appreciate that.
I am dragging him over to the table to grab the paper and the quill, and then I'm dragging him out of the tavern.
Oh, this is for you, by the way. And he just kind of just puts the paper onto the table as he's being dragged out of the thing. It's a nice little painting of Lizzie, Azzy, and Jake in a circus. It's a nice little picture.
No, Lizzie grabs the paper.
Oh, then they don't see
That's
that.
what I'm saying.
Piece.
Lizzie grabs the paper and the quill and Boyd and drags all three of those things out of the tavern.
Then yes, Boyd leaves.
She will push him to sit down right outside the tavern and give him another sheet of paper.
What do I do with this, Liz? What am I supposed to do with this?
The same thing that you were supposed to do with the first one. I know you know how to write. Get your shit together.
do. Okay, yeah. Do you want me to write like in that secret language we know, or do you want me to write in like just like common stuff?
Whatever is going to make you learn their names. Boyd, we have to work with these people.
Yeah, I know.
You are
but
walking
like,
on thin ass with them.
That's like
You are
summer.
walking
It's
on
really
thin
hot.
ass with everyone.
Oh.
And that only means it's going to be easier to break through.
Okay, but like Siler actually helps me like concentrate. Can I have Siler back?
I'm going to sit right across from you, so I'm going to see if you use him to rat it.
Okay, you can take Siler. It's fine. I just feel by myself then. Just go.
Do you do you want to even go after these Aeon Towers?
I do. Do you have to
Because we
understand?
can't do it without help.
But, like,
You have charmed people. I know you can do it. And you're not doing it right now.
I'm trying not to use any magic to actually charm people, okay? I'm
I
trying to use
don't
my
mean
natural
with magic.
I'm trying to use my natural charisma to actually help them like me. That's the thing. Like I'm trying
But
to make
I don't mean with magic.
I'm not going to use magic.
You were
Understand that
brought up
Siler?
proper. You know the rules of society.
Yeah, I know, but I don't have enough money to make them like me. That's the problem.
It's not about buying them off. It's about knowing when to speak and knowing when not to speak. Do you see me running my mouth off to everyone?
I don't. No. No.
And those three in there, do you think that they're more willing to work with me or work with you?
They probably like me better, I kind of think, because like I've been like kind of like, you know, like the really like cool guy, and it's been kind of like, you know, like
I know you know the honest answer to that, Boyd.
I've been kind of like a boss and like a commander of the group, so it's kind of like I think they like me a lot better. But like no, yeah, we'll just go with what you say. I'll say this is that for sure, Lizzie, is that
Come on, work with me. Boyd, I really need it in that tower.
I know, me too. Okay, can I pitch one idea, please?
What's your idea?
Can I say it in front of everyone, or do I have to pitch it to you first?
You have to pitch it to me first.
Okay. My idea is that, in general, I kind of don't know. Okay, first things first. Can I have a question? Is this the tower we went to? Is Wellspring the one we went to, actually, that we got lost at?
Yeah,
Okay.
I think so at least.
Okay. We kind of got the general lay of the land-ish. I also messaged that one person that we know, Vance, and he said that, like, the tower's infested right now. So I really do think that with the people that we have right now, and the Draconic boy, he's really strong, right? But I haven't seen exactly
What's
what
his
the dog.
name? It is written on a paper in front of you, Boyd.
Spazzy.
Boyd.
Ezekiel.
How much of this are we present for? Just want to say.
It's
That depends
outside.
on if you follow them. It is outside.
No, I don't think I would have followed them.
I would
His name
expect
is
that we're
Azzy.
running. Sorry.
Azzy. Okay.
Azzy's the powerful one that you've been pissing off. Might I remind you how good of an idea that is?
Okay. Remind me again exactly what the other two's names are. I will remember. This final time. You don't have to remind me again. This last time. I will commit this to memory. But you have to let me have Sila so Sally can remind me exactly what their names are too.
Mm-hmm.
You know
you're
that
gonna
like
write
my-
it down. See?
You know
and
that-
I point. The one with the blue scales. That's Azzy.
Points to the quilt.
Write it down. A-Z-Z-Y. Write it down.
Okay. Takes out the quill, and he just writes out on his sleeve.
The next one is Leafy. That is the individual made of leaves. It should be really easy. Leafy.
LAFGFY. Okay, I got it.
Boyd.
Leafy.
Leafy. There's no
Okay.
G.
Okay. Okay. I got this one. Right, next one.
And the gentleman with fur, his name is Jake. Jake. Jake.
Jake. Okay. I got it. I got it. I got it. I got it. Alright, Liz. I have it.
So
Understand?
as you were saying, you know that Azzy is very powerful. You don't know so much what Jake can do?
I don't know. Jake looks like he's really good at like manual labor stuff. I'm kind of trying to hire him to be our bag boy, but I don't know. Like we kind of like have like
I think
bags.
that he seems far more useful at attacking things. He did a real good job of that with all the trouble on the road earlier.
He just seems kind of angry. I don't know. Like it's just a lot of anger going on right now, and it's kind of making me uncomfortable. I don't know exactly if that's how you feel or if that's how like people feel in general, but like I'm like more kind of like going for like a work environment that's like a lot more like, you know, relaxed. So like I'm willing to put Jake on the back burner if you want. I know Azzy's really angry, but he's really skilled, so it's kind of one of those things.
I think they all have skills, Boyd. And I think
Okay.
if you want to make a good leader, you need to understand that they all have skills.
Okay.
You also need to make them feel valued for those skills.
You're right. You're right. You're right. You're right. You know what? I understand exactly. I know what I'm missing now. I need to offer bonuses to everyone to make sure that they stay with us. I understand. Okay.
I
that makes
don't
sense to
mean
me.
valued in terms of compensation. I mean valued emotionally. When your skills and your magic are useful, and they help us get out of a situation, or they help us find out something new, I'm sure you feel real proud, isn't that right?
Maybe for some people, but like I feel like it's really important for me to be compensated for what I do. But like, you know what? I'll say this is that Ollie always said that, you know, you should do things for the right reason. And I will listen to Ollie. So Ollie let me know that I'm like, listen to things for the right reason. Do things for the right reason. Make sure we do things for the right reason. So again, I'm going to help that man date that person in front of him so that I can like make sure that they have a good time together. Like that's obviously what they
Boyd,
want.
I don't think that that's the problem at hand. Was that your proposal that you wanted to bring to the group?
It's one of them.
Okay. What's the other?
I wanted to get information about the Wellspring Tower and make sure we're not going into a trap like last time. And also make sure that like I don't want anyone to get hurt. And also obviously like if we go to Fernie, I just want to make sure that we're going there for the right reason, okay? The correct reason why we're going to Fernie and the Wellspring Tower. Not because, you know...
What do you think the right reason would be for going to Fernie and the Wellspring Tower?
Helping people.
I think that's a good reason.
Yeah, it's a great reason. Yeah, I'm not going to say the second part.
No, continue, please.
Helping people with compensation.
Well, I'm sure that there are things that we will find in that tower that will compensate us quite nicely. We were both going there on our own in the first place.
Yeah. Okay.
I suggest you stick to just that first part for the others, though.
Okay, sure. Sounds good. Okay. Okay.
We're gonna wait out here.
You can go back in there. It's fine. I'll write this down. It's fine. It's all good.
I don't mind sticking by you.
Yeah, but I'm kind of gonna wander off and just kind of do my own thing if you leave. So, like, can you please leave?
Be careful. Don't go too far. Don't get yourself in trouble. I can't
Siler
help
will
you
let
if
you-
I'm not there.
Siler will let you know if I get in trouble.
You're
Can I
leaving him
have
with
Siler
me?
back?
Or
No,
you
leave
want to
him.
take him?
I'll take him right now.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, perfect. All right. Siler, you and me, what we're gonna do is that we're gonna actually convince these people to actually, like, you know, like give us money. So I'm just gonna.
Moments after Lizzie leaving, going back into the tavern, three children come up to you. The oldest, a girl.
Come up to me?
No, come up to Boyd.
Oh, okay.
The oldest, a girl, about 14, 15, with maybe a 12-year-old and an 8-year-old. Actually, I've got that right. I'll get that right. Give me a moment. I had the wrong things up, of course. Yeah, the oldest is girl. Yeah, she says, "Well, wake up! We heard that there's like animals stuck in the storehouse. We're gonna go and catch it. Do you want to go and come with us?"
Yes, please. I'm just gonna go.
And the three of you, the four of you now just run. I was just, my name's Novi. This is my my younger brother.
I don't
Ruton,
care what your name is.
and-
Let's just go. I just need to be useful. Let's just go.
And they take you to one of the storehouses. Where there's
Yeah,
an
Boyd just
animal
goes off.
infestation.
He just feels absolutely useless right now. He just wants to go and do something. He's just completely jumpy. He just doesn't. He just feels useless right now. He's just gonna go and help. Just gonna go.
Okay.
You know,
Back in the tavern.
my clutch nurse always used to say, hatchlings should be seen and not heard, and I always used to hate that phrase, but now I think I understand.
Is that
so
what
that-
Lizzie comes back to?
Yeah, I think so.
And you can just see Jake saying, "Face it, Azzy, we're getting old."
I mean, yeah. I'm gonna be 18 this year. That's crazy.
Getting on in years.
I mean, well, here's the thing: is that kobolds can live for much, much longer, but they rarely do. So we'll see with this line of work. If we're going to investigate corrupted towers, then who knows?
Corrupted.
How old's an adult for a kobold?
6.
Oh.
But it's not the same scale. Like, because I think they say with like humans, like they basically say like just under a quarter of their life is childhood. But like kobolds, we need to grow up quickly, so that's why it's like, you know.
Like Shunies have a pretty shortish lifespan, but exactly the same.
Yeah.
Dog years.
Oh, Elizabeth. Hi. How is Boyd? Is he
Boyd's
alright?
Sorry if we feel short with them sometimes. It's just
Yeah,
getting to grips with new people.
Yeah, I do feel like I feel kind of guilty because I'm just. This whole situation is really stressful, and are you sure it is good for him to be out here in this state? He is a kid, right?
He is. He's experienced a lot. And I look out for him, and he knows how to take care of himself when he needs to. I think.
I just basically just want to say if I'm lacking in patience, I'm sorry, but this is a really stressful time, and I just.
No, I understand that, and
Yeah.
I'm truly sorry. I mean, it's not entirely your fault, and you know, it takes some people a little getting used to, but you know. He's a bit set in his ways.
Anyway, that's good. That's good.
Where is he?
I left him outside. He might take a little bit of a walk to cool off.
Okay.
He always finds his way back, though.
So, in which case, we've got a couple of leads. Definitely seems like the what's affecting this region is coming from the Wellspring Tower. That's much as is certain. There's this weird connection of this company that wants to buy up the land. A company from Turpin Row. Now, my guess, and I've also heard rumors that Turpin Row are responsible for the blight. Am I getting that right?
That's part of the rumor, yes.
Yeah. What if they were like, we're going to make the crops really bad so that we can get them for cheaper?
I mean, that makes sense, but if we think it's part of the tower, it wasn't that whole blat thing going on up on the other island with the other tower?
It sounds very similar.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering if there's more to this than... Well, I mean, I'm sure there is more to it than meets the eye, but...
There potentially could be. I mean, it could also be coincidence. You can't believe everything you hear.
And that is also true.
It probably is coincidence, but it's a problem that we need to fix, especially if we're going to be touring around this area for a while. We need to make sure that they have money to spend in the circus to make our circus bigger.
Yeah.
Well,
And to make sure that
everyone's
everyone's looked after. That includes you two as well.
So we need to go to Wellspring Tower.
Wellspring
Eventually,
Tower.
absolutely. I think that should be our more immediate goal, but like, right now, we need to visit the mayor, who's up at this farm. And then also, if we want, we can investigate the old home of the first guy who died.
I think that sounds like it could be a little promising.
I'm wondering if it's connected.
It might be. Even if it's not, if we run into anything... I mean, it was good getting to fight with y'all, but it might be a little bit easier once we kind of figure out exactly how we can make that work and strategize.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, Vance and Lydia and us, we hadn't run into a whole lot of problems. We didn't really know what to do when we kind of got into that.
You had this weird machine that kind of like... It's like a metal...
My pistol?
It looked like a crossbow, but without the bow bit.
And I just pull out the dueling pistol.
What is it?
As he kind of like... the first thing as he does is he looks down the barrel.
I would advise not doing that.
Is that...
That is where some very powerful explosives come out of. And,
okay. Yeah,
do keep it loaded just in case. They're real popular in kind of the bigger towns and cities and stuff.
It uses explosives?
It does, yeah. Well, there are a few sort of things. Typically, the sort of easiest stuff to get your hands on, I got a ton of black powder, so I typically just make black powder rounds. But you can sometimes infuse them with some sort of alchemical reagents. On occasion, I'll do sort of a rodent bullets that kind of eat away once they hit you, and some that freeze you too and kind of cause that frostbite that really hurts. And so it's a very versatile weapon, depending on what you put into it.
Sounds painful.
It is, which makes it a real good intimidation tactic and also real good at taking down real bad people creatures.
I saw a little bit of what Boyd does. He's a spellcaster.
He is, yeah. He draws his power from Sylar, who draws it from the divine, as far as I understand.
Oh, so it is that is not a regular lizard then.
Oh, no. No. He can do all sorts of things with that little lizard. It can run around, do its own thing. It's got particularly fine motor skills, which is why when I asked him to write a little bit, I took him away. He's a very clever lizard. He kind of has a mind of his own sometimes, too. He's a cozy companion, too, if you ever want a friend.
That's nice. Hey, it's good that there's another Scalekin in the group, I guess. In some small manner. Oops. I mean, if you have any questions for us, I'd be happy to answer them.
So, I guess, and I guess I can tell Boyd. We were talking a little bit about it. It looks like you use some pretty powerful magics.
Yeah. Mine's a bit more raw than what it sounds like Boyd can do. I basically just call upon like air and water from the through like I can just summon it and control it. Oh,
those are quite powerful. I mean, everyone needs air and water, or most everyone.
But it's not something. It's something that's. It doesn't feel like particularly more recently. It doesn't feel like spells. It's like because I noticed when Boyd and sometimes when Leafy does it, they have to like speak certain incantations, but no, it just happens. So it's like
harnessing kind of the natural elements of the world.
Yeah.
But you are a spellcaster and kind of look into Leafy.
Yeah. Kind of similar, but more like trees and stuff.
Great with animals.
Yeah, normally you keep Blueberry and Wisteria, right? Those are the names.
Yeah.
And do they typically help at all in fights, or are you kind of just protecting them?
They help. I do worry a bit about them getting hurt, but...
Well, I've got some experience as a protector, so... more than happy to keep an eye out for them, and in case we get in any trouble. Always happy to take a hit, which it seems like you are too. Kind of looking over at Jake.
Oh yeah, because Jake's still pretty worn out from the fight we had earlier.
Yeah, have you had the chance to heal from that, by the way?
Actually,
this morning.
Boyd's a pretty good healer. He might be able to.
He would have done it. Like, he would have definitely healed Jake for sure.
I got beat up pretty badly as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he uses some magics, but honestly, he has just got, the healing touch. At times, I can do a little bit myself, but I'm more into the whole herbal remedies kind of thing with illnesses, as opposed to actually stitching up wounds. But all right. We can make that work. So we wanted to go check out, we want to talk to the mayor for your circus.
Talk to the mayor, and then check out
and then go check out that farm.
And I think check out the farm, and then from there go on to the tower. And then we can, when we make our way back this way, then we can sort of like follow up that lead, I suppose.
Well, do we want to stop by Fernie before going to the tower?
Yes, that's right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, go on to like Fernie and then the tower.
All right. Well, I guess, do we want to do the farm tonight? And then y'all can talk to the mayor before then?
Yeah, that sounds good.
Did we see an inn coming in?
See a what?
In.
Again, inn.
This is the inn.
Oh, okay. Well, I can get us a few rooms, and we can meet back up with you.
Yeah, sure thing.
And she'll kind of smile and nod and go over to the bartender.
Meanwhile, I wanted to go. You've broken into the storehouse, the back of the storehouse from underneath. You can, with these other kids. You hear squeaking and movement in the storehouse. It's dark. There's very little light in here.
Oh, easily done. I look at the other, like, oh, it's so hard to see. Sorry, I don't have eyes. So he just kind of just gets his cloak and just kind of slaps it for a second. And the cloak just, his fox fur cloak that was orange previously in color, just illuminates inside the underground storehouse. And it is a beacon of light as just, woof, you can see many a thing. But yeah. Yeah. One
So
of the items.
the kid's like, oh my god, you can do magic? Oh, we haven't seen magic around this for ages.
I
Grandma
am the
used
best
to
magic.
do magic, but she, and then like you see like what looks to be an animal run past. The kids squeal as an animal runs past. What do you do?
It's okay, everyone. I can talk animal. Don't worry about it. I can talk any animal.
The animal stops.
What type of animal is it?
It looks at you. You don't really like. Can you do an animal law or perception or something like that, or like a
Nature.
nature?
Nature.
So it's not obviously like a rat.
No, it's a bit bigger than a rat.
Nature. Wow, 20 is a
With
lot.
a 20. Wait, is that a raccoon?
The raccoon? Oh. What noises do raccoons make? I go, oh.
The raccoon just like it starts moving towards you. It charges you.
It charges
It hisses
me.
and charges you. The kids squeal.
I am going to
They start running.
Boyd's gonna get 1 XP from killing a raccoon.
Boyd's not a fighter, you have to understand. Boyd's going to look at this raccoon and go, "Go, Siler, I choose you!" He's going to throw Siler at it.
Oh no!
Boyd, use Gecko. It's super.
Ineffective.
Throw your gecko
use
at the
reanimate
raccoon.
corpse.
How big
How many
is
hit
it?
points does the raccoon? So does the Siler have?
How many? Siler has a lot of hit points. He's not just a regular lizard. He has 45 hit points, an AC of 24.
Okay,
He's a
because
very
Siler's
tanky lizard.
being attacked. What does Siler do?
Siler is going to be very angry. He's going to,
It's a Pokemon battle.
yeah, he's going to try and dodge out of the way. He's not going to attack back.
I'm not rolling dice here. Like the attacks are going like the
Oh.
unless there's.
Okay, yeah.
I want to
Siler, I'll say
know
this
what is happening more than anything.
So the moment Boyd throws Siler at the raccoon, he's going to hit the raccoon first of all with his head. But after that fact, Siler is going to fly up in the air right above the raccoon, and look over at Boyd in a very temperamental kind of like mood. And yeah, no, Siler's just gonna excuse himself from the battle, and it's gonna be Boyd. And
The raccoon looks up, and then looks at Boyd, and then he's just charged after Boyd. Then we can't get the lizard. It'll get you.
If that's the case, then I'm going to cast a spell. I'm going to cast.
The kids are gone.
Kids are gone?
The kids are gone.
No one to impress.
Perfect. I'm going to cast animal form and turn into a raccoon and fight this raccoon one-on-one.
Amazing.
Oh my god.
And we'll leave it at
that.
we'll leave it that. As the party has now got a combination and leaves the tavern, you see a couple of you see a few kids running through town. The youngest one looks quite panicked, and the oldest one's like, "That's okay. He'll be okay himself. He's got magic. Did you see his cloak? It glowed." As they're running past.
Lizzie's still in the inn. Like, she got a combination and went in there, so it's just the circus friends.
Hold on.
No. Where's Boyd?
Have we seen, in the week on the ship, will we have seen Boyd's cloak? It's obviously Boyd. I'm going to go and get Elizabeth.
Elizabeth's just finished dealing with the getting rooms.
You just hear a little knock, 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 knock.
Leafy's turning to Blueberry and Wisteria, who were probably sitting outside the whole time. Just be like, "Did you see which way Boyd went?"
They're just motioning off, yeah.
Yeah, okay.
I just imagine Wisteria and Blueberry just both cocking their heads in the same direction.
They just start walking towards one of the storehouses.
One step. Oh.
Yeah. I'll be Elizabeth. I think Boyd's gotten himself in trouble.
Already?
Yeah, there were kids yelling about how he might be in danger, but he should be fine because he's got magic. I just thought we might. Yeah, you should probably come.
Yeah. Gets her little parasol. Follows Azzy out.
So by the time Azzy and Elizabeth come out, you can see, not too far of a distance, you can see Leafy, Wisteria, and Blueberry almost at one of the storehouses. I'm assuming Jake is following with that. Jake with...
Oh yeah,
Leafy
Jake
and,
is.
Yep. Okay. So you see Leafy and Jake with the animals pretty much at the, walking almost out of the storehouse. One of the many storehouses in town.
As you'll run and try and catch up with them.
It's not hard to catch up. The animals are sniffing around and just moving towards the back of the storehouse. And they find an opening at the bottom underneath it.
Okay. I think this is where he went.
Right.
From the inside, you hear snarling.
Oh, I'm definitely gonna have a look in and try and catch a glimpse of what's going on.
It's dark inside now that the cloak's no longer lit up.
Yeah, the cloak has been transmutated. It's literally two raccoons in the middle of a basement fighting each other very aggressively. They are literally fighting for their lives. As one of the raccoons has a little tiny bag on its belt, but the other raccoon is just a naked raccoon. It's The two raccoons are fighting each other. They are fighting for their lives. You see one of the raccoons is fighting, and you see a little tiny lizard on the sidelines eating eating a rat, as it's just kind of just watching both of this.
Can I see any signs of rabies on the wild raccoon?
You might want to do a nature check on that one, or I would allow survival.
I'm gonna do nature.
Yeah, I'm gonna do nature.
Or even
as
medicine.
well.
32.
You're pretty sure you don't have there's no rabies or anything.
Okay.
Liz,
Yeah.
can Boyd turn into animals?
I'm assuming that in their time, Lizzie's seen this well.
Yes. Also, the raccoon also has a really nice head of red hair. You see, has,
He
a little mohawk.
can. Do you mind if I just... And she kind of peeks in.
Now, that's going to be a problem because Lizzie's a bit larger than Azzy
No, she just
and
peeks.
Leafy.
Yeah, kneels down.
This is a hole where the kids can get in and where the animals can get in.
No, she's not
Wait.
going in. She's just looking in.
Can I
Like
get
from what you can see from outside.
Can I get an escape artist, please, just to get to crawl that little bit under to look into the hole to look in.
Escape artist is not a
Yeah.
check. Do you mean acrobatics?
Oh, sorry, acrobatics, yes, because you
Or
squeezing through.
athletics?
Yeah.
Or thievery?
Athletics is more. Yeah, athletics is more like the.
Squeeze is a thing.
Yeah, squeeze is a thing.
Yeah.
I
Just to
think
be
it's-
clear,
yeah.
Lizzie is staying outside. She's
Yeah.
just looking in, but
But to look in, you need to squeeze underneath to
29.
see through the hole. Okay, that's absolutely the thing. You can see inside like enough to. Yeah.
I'm going to.
that's Boyd.
I'm going to cast a cantrip. It's one of the ones from the new book. I'm going to cast Rousing Splash on Boyd. We're just going to splash him with cold water. You gain 10 temporary HP.
Oh, you're trying to let me win? Yeah, that's perfectly fine.
Just like, but it's both like you get the temporary HP, but you also get just a shock of cold water.
So wake up. Anything else happening? Anything?
Do we really want to? Do we need to go in to help Boyd, or should we just like play out?
Are we? I could just kill this raccoon.
No, but look, he's so invested. He's so invested
Are you
into
going
it.
to try to interfere with?
I literally do not know. I literally do not know what to do. Your companion is a raccoon fighting another feral raccoon, and it's pretty bloody in there. This is unprecedented. I do not have the past experience to make it or the emotional fortitude right now to decide on what to do on this. So please, just like
I bet 2 gold on the newcomer.
At this point, you see Boyd the raccoon take out a little knife.
He normally comes out on top. It's fun. Do I see any?
Is this a regular occurrence?
Do I see any other rats
No.
in the area? No live rats. Damn.
Can I,
I don't answer Ozzy's question.
with my knowledge of animals, can I go over and pick Boyd up by the scruff?
So you're going in?
Yeah.
Okay. So you enter into the
just-
the storehouse. Like you can fit in. It's a struggle for the larger party members.
I'll go in as well.
Wait, that includes me now.
So,
I mean, you were always in the top 3. You are actually,
know.
all of you, in fact, are in the same position. Boyd is still taller than you.
I know.
So you go in there. You're just going to pick Boyd up by the scruff.
Yeah. Could I
Yes.
scruff? Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. You can pick Boyd up at the scruff. You see that the 2 raccoons are kind of circling each other, like almost in a dueling motion. Boyd is tossing a knife from hand to hand. He's trying to like, and then just kind of walk over. Just pick him up by the scruff. As you pick him up by the scruff, he just goes limp immediately.
Just drops
He
the
goes
knife.
limp and just drops the knife. Yeah, there is no struggle.
Yeah.
Boyd just like drops the knife and just looks over towards you, and like he struggles for a second. And he looks at you and just kind of just looks, and just goes limp.
Okay.
The raccoon snarls.
Can I hand Boyd over to Elizabeth?
Through the hole.
Through the hole.
Oh, Elizabeth has moved away from the hole and is out. She's actually looking to see if there are other rats that are around in the nearby area.
You just push me out the hole.
No, I don't know what to do.
You give it to Jake, do you?
Snarling.
There you go.
I'm going to splash the raccoon as well, the wild raccoon. Just,
Even on.
it also gets 10 temporary HP and a splash of cold water. And just to kind of like, shoot, go away. kind of thing. Like, here's some healing because you've been in a fight, but also just get out of here. Shoot.
Can I get an intimidation, maybe?
Sure.
If you're trying to like shoo it away.
30.
Heck yeah. Okay, sure. I was going to give you a bonus for like the water splash, but yeah, okay, sure. It just snarls and just runs off.
Yeah.
Does
As
it
it's
lead
running
through
away.
the hole?
Not the hole that you've come into.
But it leaves.
Like it leaves the current.
It's still in the
locations.
storehouse.
It's probably still in the storehouse, or it's got another way in. Or
It's no longer a concern.
yeah.
Is this storehouse anything related to what we've been told earlier, like the Carrow?
No.
Or is it just a regular storehouse
It's
in the
just a-
area?
There's storehouses because this is farming communities.
Just
Boyd
making
is
sure.
yelling raccoon expletives towards the other raccoon. However, it just comes out as hisses. So
Just like
Unless
shaking his
someone's-
fist.
he's throwing a knife and he reaches into his bag. He just picks out a small little potion, just throws at him. As he just throws it, you notice it explodes in a little burst of fire as he's just taking out things from his little tiny raccoon bag.
Oh, if that was the case, then the wild raccoon could also have made a check to recover from persistent acid or fire damage from that spell, if it was relevant.
Yeah. I don't know.
Do I find any rats outside?
No.
Damn. I'm gonna keep looking.
Roll nature. I would say roll a nature check, see if you do see.
Like, if you wanted to do like a survival for hunting,
I don't know if hunting's the right word, but sure.
Well, tracking.
that's
Only if you see-
that's for tracking to find animals.
The only thing is if you see Siler eating the rat, that's the only rat you'll really see.
27. I just want to find
With
one
that,
that's
I would
like,
say, yeah.
yeah. I just go, hey. And the rat can understand me, by the way. I have a feet. And I just kind of get up close to it. Hey, I just have a real quick question. Is there anything weird about that warehouse? Lots of food, absolutely no food. Is that a hideout for a bunch of y'all? And I can
Sometimes.
actually get answers as well, yeah. Sometimes.
When we can get in, and there's no
Yeah.
other creatures there's no others that that bully us out.
Is it better than some of the other warehouses that you sneak into, or worse?
We,
Or
well,
about
we
normal?
can.
About normal? All right. Thank you so much for your help. And I just give him a little bit of a ration from my pouch.
Okay.
And I just head back over. That's all I wanted to do.
I'm gonna
Wanted to see if I needed
slowly.
to be concerned.
I'm just gonna slowly put Boyd down on the ground.
Just completely limp. And the moment the feet touches the ground, he just throws the knife where the raccoon went.
The raccoon, like you're outside now. The raccoon's inside. You're like totally separate.
Oh, yep.
Yep. And just like looking over, you just notice he's just kind of pacing back and forth, just like, yelling expletives like a New Yorker. Just kind of yelling it, but in a raccoon form. It's kind of just pacing back and forth. And he's kind of pacing back and forth. You notice he just kind of just reaches into his pouch and takes out like looks to be a small bottle with a little skull on it. And he just thinks about throwing it for a second. He just puts it back in it. He just looks at it for a second and just like kind of puts it back in his little tiny raccoon pouch. And sighs for a moment and just looks at the rest of everyone else and just kind of just looks towards Lizzie and just kind of just a little bit of a shrug. So,
She'll kind of kneel down. Do you want to get up? Let's him up on her shoulder and we'll start.
I hate to be the person who asks this. Where's his coat? Is it part of his form or is it still in the shed?
part of his form.
Yeah,
Okay.
generally it merges.
Yep.
Okay, so
I'm sorry. Sometimes it really is minor trouble. He'll send Salar if something's serious.
On
Usually.
Lizzie's shoulder is Boyd, and then on Boyd's shoulder as a raccoon is Siler on top of his head. It's kind of like a little tiny AT&T bar.
And with that, I think we'll take a break.
Yeah.
Actually, maybe wrap it up there because Emi has to go soon.
Oh,
Oh,
I
yeah,
have,
that's right, 'cause
I have
we-
30 minutes.
That's right, because we had issues, didn't we? Yes.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the live time instead of like the actual full
Yeah.
run time. Yes. We'll take that as a ending. So we did have tech issues. It's something we're working on. We're trying to fix. It's a whole thing. But thank you, everyone. Let's do outros. And let's I'll do a raid. I'll find some ways to raid. Outros. Emi, do you want to start?
Hi, I'm Emi Rabbit, but you guys can call me Emi, and I've been playing Leafy, the Lushy Druid. Yes, the one who probably should have been sent to deal with animals. You can
But
find
you
me.
were behaving.
Yeah. You can find me on twitch.tv/Emi_Rabbit, where I play Minecraft. And I'll be back into streaming soon. I've just been sick, so yeah. But I'm getting better.
Yay. Del.
Hi everyone, I'm Del, and I've been playing Elizabeth Nova Daywalker, The Inevitable End, and the long-suffering older sister figure to the rambunctious Boyd. I say long-suffering. She chooses it. Oh, you can't find me anywhere. I don't exist.
Like as soon as the stream ends, just Del pops out of existence.
Yep.
Will.
Well,
Yeah, hey everyone, I'm Will. I play Boyd. The Banal. I am working to make him less obnoxious, but it is what it is.
It's great.
You
know you're
not.
character arc, and I'm here for it, but doesn't mean it's not. It's just...
But yeah, no, like the moment I get spells is the moment where I can I can do this really stupid shit. It's fun. Yeah, it's great.
You said it like you didn't do stupid shit before.
Yeah, but this time I actually have like the mechanics to actually do that instead of like being like, yeah, just deal with this. Yeah, so it's great. It's perfect. But yeah, no, it's been a lot of fun. I hope everyone enjoyed, and yeah.
Lorian.
Hi, I've been playing Lorian. I've been playing Lorian. I've been playing Azzy, the hydrokinetic kobold. Now finally an actual hydrokineticist. Although I didn't get to use any of the cool new abilities, I think just like letting it build up, not rushing into battle is always a good thing. And we've just got more to look forward to later. But yeah, also definitely looking forward to like having this initially very abrasive relationship grow to something perhaps nicer.
Yeah.
I also want to comment on the sheer whiplash in my love for you, Will, because beforehand you were just so kind, being such a lovely person, saying compliments about me and my art that I really appreciated hearing. And as soon as we entered the game, I was like, I fucking hate you.
Oh, this is great. Yeah, that's exactly the point of everything else. Yes, I'd love to be a pleasant person in real life, but my characters are absolutely insufferable. So
I exaggerate, but yes, it's all good fun.
oh yeah.
I think
That's
MLP.
me. Oh wait, I do have something to plug actually. I'm not plugging any of my music, but my partner has put out a shirt on Redbubble, which is a very fun design, which I helped them come up with. So, get yourself a "Violence is my favorite resort" T-shirt.
I was gonna say, is that the one you sent me saying that Lyra would love it? Yeah.
Yep. And there we go. I posted the link in Twitch chat.
Okay.
And now it's my turn. I'm MrLiveProducer. I've been playing Jake Blazing Fury, your current ringmaster, and voice of reason. Well,
We're trying.
at the moment I'm being rather ringmasterly. And yeah, you can catch me on the Twitter and the Twitches and the Threads and all the other social medias where I mostly do VR content, and my day job is actually I do mixed martial arts live streaming around Australia, so you might want to talk to me about that as well. I have a very, very unique skill set. That's me.
Okay. Well, this is my day job, so please donate, please, please, please. Anyway, I know we've been unstable with all our shows, but we're trying to get them all up and running. In theory, we should have RuneQuest on tomorrow. We've been hoping for it for a long time. It's been a whole thing, but fingers crossed we're going to be there. There's going to be a thing. RuneQuest is really fun, and I've been looking forward to this for such a long time. So if not, I'll be playing some Star Citizen because that's what I've been playing offline when not doing live streaming, but so I've been playing on stream as well. Thank you for coming in. Like, subscribe, all the bits and pieces. Leave comments, what you like, what you didn't like. Sorry about the tech issues. We'll do some editing, put them all together. You'll never see a thing. But either way, we're going to be raiding someone we haven't raided before, I don't think. We're raiding Defenders of Kobold. They are playing the first ever game I DM'd, apart from the 18D starter set. They're playing The Night Below, which is an amazing campaign, and I really love it. It's an old school D&D campaign. They're playing as a Dungeon Crawl Classic style. So that's who we're rating. That's why we're rating them. So thank you everyone for coming in. You can see the new artwork as well in the overlay. Hopefully you've enjoyed that. I've updated the actual names of people in the overlay after being told off several times. So yeah, that's the whole thing. But thanks everyone for coming in. Let's do our raid, and we'll bye for now.
See y'all next week.
Bye.
Bye for now.
Bye.